Feeling it going through the nostrils, expanding your chest, your abdomen, feeling your hands pushing away from you. And breathing out, feeling your palms gently collapse towards you. And again, breathing in. And breathing out. And breathing in. And breathing out. Good. So it can feel a little tedious, but we're aiming to just quieten our mind. Okay. Next, we're just going to take our palms, bring them to the side of this. Breathing in, flipping our palms up to the ceiling. Inhaling with our breath, we're reaching our arms up to the ceiling, all the way up, fingertips high, looking all the way up to the ceiling, dropping the shoulders. You don't want to be clenched here, nice and relaxed. And feeling your spine straightening up, so feel the crown of your head all the way down to your tailbones. And here we're just going to do some wrist rotations. So we're just going to rotate our wrist, hearing all those cracks and clicks. It's really important to warm up the wrist before we start any yoga practice. So, and then rotating it the other way. And then reaching high again, up to the ceiling. And taking a big breath in. As we exhale, we're going to drop the fingertips down with control with our breath. Good. We're going to take another breath in, and we're going to walk our fingertips all the way back. So walking them back, we're rolling our shoulder blades back so that we can almost fit a pencil. Sorry, my throat's kind of sore today. We can fit a pencil in between our two shoulder blades. And we're going to take a big breath in here. It's quite difficult to take a deep breath in here, but just as much as you can do. Breathing in, really visualizing all of that stale air in the lungs and really trying to force it out with your breath out and breathing out. And again, breathing in. And as we breathe out this time, we're just going to walk our fingertips towards our sides again. Excellent. So we're just going to bring our palms together, lifting our chin up, and then slowly dropping and rolling our neck forward so our chin comes to our chest, and feeling that stretch in the back of our spine, in the back of our neck, dropping the elbows low. Maybe create a personal intention for your practice today. And whenever your mind wanders, just remember to just come to your breath. And that just means remembering. Maybe it's the quality. Okay. Breathing in, slowly roll your neck up. Now we're ready to begin. So we come into tabletop position. We're going to come onto our hands and knees. So our knees are just going to go below our hip points, and our palms are going to be below our shoulders. And if you're wobbling here, grab some distance between your knees to help make your table a little bit more solid. Foundation's a little easier. The tops of our feet are going to be on our mat. And yeah, just going to start with some cat-to-cow poses. So we're going to just breathe in. And as we breathe in, we're just going to drop our belly down. So breathing in, dropping our belly down, opening the chest. And again, remembering that our focus today is on that heart chakra. So really visualizing and bringing your conscious, your awareness to that heart space as it lifts up. Good. And as we take a breath out, our next breath out, we're just going to curl through our spine, bringing our chin to our chest. We'll bring our navel up. And we're going to come all the way into a little cow shape. Good. Inhaling, we're just going to drop our belly down. opening that heart space. Maybe we can lift it a little bit higher this time, opening the chest a little bit more this time. Breathing normally once you're in the pose. Don't feel like you need to hold your breath at any point in this practice. Okay, and on your next breath out, again, pressing into the tops of your hands, to the tops of your feet, we're rolling it through, chin to chest. We're going to do this one more time, waking up the body slowly, inhaling, dropping the belly down. Good. And exhaling, curling it through, pressing into the tops of your feet and the hands. Excellent. And on your next breath in, we're just going to come into a neutral spine. We're just going to wake up the body again by starting with some thread to needles. So this is really threading the needles. If you haven't done this before, it's really simple. So we're just going to start by inhaling, doing a mild twist. Inhaling, raising our left arm up to the ceiling, looking up at the ceiling, balancing on our right palm. And as we exhale, we're just going to lower our body down and then bringing our left palm underneath the bridge of our right arm. And we can do a slight bend or gent to our right elbow. Our left ear meets the mat, just for a second. And as we inhale again, we're coming all the way up. So we're kind of coming into like a flow here. So inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, lowering the body down, slight bend to that elbow, right elbow, left ear meets the mat. And again, inhaling one more time, all the way up, pushing your body all the way up, raising your arm up to the ceiling. Exhaling, coming back into tabletop position. We're going to do that on the other side this time. So inhaling, raising our arm all the way up to the ceiling. Exhaling, bringing your right arm underneath the bridge of the left arm. Right ear meets the mat. Inhaling, pushing your way up again. Right arm up to the ceiling, fingertips pointing the ceiling. Exhaling, coming all the way down. Threading that needle. So this one's really good at releasing any tension that we have in the back. So opening that heart space, opening the chest, but also releasing any tension. So it's a really good one for any back pains out there. Inhaling, coming back into tabletop position. Good. And we're just gonna come and inhaling, just gonna raise our left leg off the ground. Exhaling, bringing it down. Inhaling, right leg off the ground. Exhaling, bringing it back down onto the mat. Inhaling, left leg off the ground. Exhaling, left leg back onto the mat. Inhaling, right leg off the mat. Exhaling, right leg back onto the mat. Excellent. So now we're just going to make our way into our first downward dog. So for downward dog, walk your fingertips a little wider than your shoulder blades, so a little bit wider, gather some more distance, making sure that your elbows are facing towards the top, your elbow creases, sorry, not your elbows, your elbow creases are facing towards the top of your mat. And we're going to tuck our toes onto the mat, taking a big breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to push our knees firstly off the ground. And then we're going to continue to straighten through our knees, pushing our hips also up. Now we want our hips to be up, but we also want the hips to be back as well. So we're pushing our heels as close to the ground as we can. It doesn't matter if the heels don't touch the ground. You've got to just, I guess, own whatever pose you're doing right now. And making sure that our fingertips are spread wide. We're pushing into the fingertips of our mat and not so much the wrist. And what we're going to do, we're just going to pedal it here. So we're just going to pedal in our downward dog, waking our body up, gently waking each part up. And downward facing dog is such a great pose because we're simultaneously stretching every part of our body. You know, our back is engaged, our arms are engaged, our legs are also engaged. And people who really want to increase their flexibility in yoga can benefit from a downward facing dog regularly on a day-to-day basis. People who can't touch their heels on the mat but practice yoga for even just a week or two can really see the difference, their heels coming, if not on the ground, a little bit closer. Good, so we're going to straighten through our legs now, coming back to a still downward dog. And we're just going to inhale. As we inhale, we're raising our left leg off the mat, straightening through our leg. Good. So we're coming into a three-legged dog. As we exhale, we're going to bend our leg at the knee, holding our knee close to our chest. So we're lowering the knee and bringing it close to our chest. Good. Inhaling, we're going to push and raise our left leg up to the ceiling again. Coming back to our three-legged dog. Exhaling, we're going to now step our leg, so our foot, in between our palms. So it might need two steps to get there, it might need one and then two, but we're stepping our left leg. It should be in between our palms. Our right foot still all the way back. Oops, should have tied my hair up. Good. So we're just going to drop that back knee. And the toes here, the back toes can either stay curled if you feel supported that way, or you can keep them uncurled and rest the tops of your feet on the mat. And now we're coming into that lower lunge. If you're feeling a little bit cramped up here, a little bit like, oh, I didn't really quite make it from downward dog, come back up, hands on your hips, opening the chest, and then work your way back into the pose, get into a comfortable position. And again, our intention, our focus is opening that heart space. So here we're just going to inhale, we're going to sweep our arms and raise our arms all the way up. So we're raising our arms up, we're stimulating our heart, we're thinking here maybe how can you support your heart space, opening it. It's quite a freeing, empowering pose, kind of like surrendering, feeling graceful, taking a few breaths here. Making sure that your chest is activated, it's engaged, you're engaging your core too, you're not completely sinking. You're pressing into the tops of your feet, the awareness is your front foot, your back foot to create balance and support. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, you're releasing the arms down to the mat. Excellent. So now here you can either keep your back knee supported on the mat, that's fine if you're feeling comfortable. Bring your back knee off the mat. And we're going to take a gentle twist, so a mild twist. So placing your left palm onto the mat, we're twisting, and we're bringing our right arm up to the ceiling. Right arm comes up to the ceiling, opening that chest up. Hips are nice and high, we're engaging the hips, engaging the core there. And again, we're not here for that much longer. And as we inhale, exhaling, slowly lowering our arm back to the mat, lowering our knee. Great. So this time we're just going to bring our knee back off the ground and bring our left foot to meet right foot in plank. So in plank, our heels are pushing away from the top of our head and the top of our head is pushing away from our heels. We're going to inhale, exhaling, pushing our hips up and back into downward facing dog. Good. Looking towards the top of the mat, we're going to either hop in between our palms or walk towards the top of our mat. Great. And here it's going to stay in a forward bend, so straightening up through our legs, letting our head become heavy, letting gravity do its course. Our palms may be touching the mat, they may be touching your thighs, your shins, wherever they come, just let them become heavy. And with every breath in and every exhale, see if you can come a little bit deeper into this pose. So seeing if you can drop your head a little bit closer to the mat, bringing your nose a little bit closer to your shins, without any force. Good. And now if you just want to inhale, we're going to sweep our arms up, keeping our back straight, our legs straight. Inhaling, we're lifting our heart space up, we're supporting it, we're lifting our arms up to the ceiling. So we're lifting it all up. You can even come onto your toes for an extra stretch. If you're struggling, find some distance between your feet and then just stretch all the way up. Excellent. We're raising that heart space, that awareness, that conscious effort of the heart, opening that heart chakra up. And exhaling, coming back down. And releasing the palms down to our sides. So I also thought a good pose to do for wakening the heart chakra, stimulating the heart, is the famous chair pose. No one likes it, but it's a really good one, and also toning the body up, or toning the legs specifically. So we're going to inhale, gather some distance between our legs for if it's a little bit difficult to balance. So inhaling, raising the arms up. And as we exhale, we're going to do a gentle bend to our knees, and we're going to sit on our imaginary chair. So this position should be that our back straight as possible, not hunching or bending or arching, it's straight as possible. We're sitting on our imaginary chair. Arms are raising up to the ceiling. The arms raised up to the ceiling is a great way of stimulating the heart there. But I'm also, more than the heart on a subtle level, I'm sure you're all aware of the physical level, that burn that we're getting to the thighs. Good. And if you're happy here, stay here. If at any point you want to come out, just come out and then meet us back in chair pose. That's totally fine too. Don't ever feel like you need to force yourself. But if you're happy here and you want to push this stretch a little bit further, inhaling, bringing our palms to meet our chest. Exhaling, twisting, so that our left elbow meets our right knee. So we're twisting. Don't worry if it doesn't meet, just twist to your right as much as you can. You'll all thank me later. Your thighs might burn, but whenever they do, just force a smile and trick your mind into thinking, trick your body into thinking you're happy in it. Good. Inhaling, coming back to center, keeping the legs bent. Exhaling, rotating to the other side this time. Excellent, we're not here for that much longer. And again, if at any point you don't feel like you're comfortable in this pose, just come out and give yourself a little break. Good. Doing really well. Not much longer. 3 and 2, 1. Inhaling, twist to center, straighten through the legs, palms by your side. Give yourself a little shake out there. Excellent. So we're going to just inhale, stretch up to the ceiling, exhale, fold forward, keeping your back straight. Good. Forward fold. Inhaling, right foot back. Exhaling, left foot back, coming back into plank. Inhaling, and then taking a breath out, hip up, heels down, coming back into downward facing dog. We'll go a little bit quicker this time, so we can do a vinyasa flow. This time, inhaling, right leg raised up the ceiling, off the ground, off the mat. See if you can get a little bit higher this time. Exhaling, bending that right leg at the knee, bringing the knee to your chest. Good. Inhaling, stretching that right leg up to the ceiling again. Can you get a little bit higher? Good. Exhaling, maybe stepping or placing that foot in between the palms again. Good. Dropping that back knee and then uncurling that toe, or if you want to keep it pressed, that's fine too. So uncurling that toe, and again, just finding yourself in a comfortable position. Maybe you need to come up, realign, then come back into the pose. So fingertips either side of your foot. Good. When you're ready, inhaling, reaching your arms up high to the ceiling, opening that chest up. Remembering that this heart chakra, it's full of 12 qualities, but in specifically love, compassion, forgiveness, and opening your arms up to hope that these qualities can flow through us easily throughout the rest of the day. Maybe closing your eyes for better awareness. And if you're feeling comfortable, inhaling, rolling your neck all the way back. Good. Exhaling, lowering your arms back towards your side of the sides of your feet. Inhaling, lifting that back knee off the ground. Or if you want to keep it pressing the ground, that's fine too. And we're going to take a gentle twist to our left. This time we're keeping our right palm on the mat. Inhaling, raising our left arm up to the ceiling. Good. Opening that chest, hips nice and high, engaging the hips, engaging the core, looking up to the ceiling. Good, and exhaling, lowering the palms down to the mat, bringing your right foot to meet your left foot, coming back into plank. And what we're going to do, we're just going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to hug our elbows close to our body and just lower our body to the ground now. So flattening our feet, tops of our feet onto the mat. We're going to place our forehead onto the mat, and we're going to get our bodies ready for Bhujangasana or Cobra Pose. So our hands should be either side of our chest. The thumbs should be pointing towards our chest, and our fingertips should be nice and wide. We're hugging the elbows close to our body as we press up. So inhaling, we're going to roll our forehead off the ground, then our chin, and then we're going to push through our hands. And we're going to open our chest, pushing our chest. Now this is baby cobra. That's like all you can do, that's fine. If you've done cobra before, you can continue to breathe in, straighten through your arms, and come into full Bhujangasana. Now our feet, they can be sort of however far you want apart, but the aim is to be squeezing our feet as close together as possible. So imagine a brick in between your feet. So squeezing our ankles close together. We should be free in our neck, so we shouldn't be clenched. If we're clenched here and we can't rotate our neck, maybe try coming into this pose again. The awareness should be on our spine, that back bend that we're getting to our spine. And opening again, opening this chest, opening this heart space up. Excellent. And we're going to just take a breath in. And as we exhale, just going to lower our body bit by bit to the ground. So hugging our elbows close, lowering the abdomen, the chest, the chin, and the forehead. Excellent. We're going to inhale. We're going to come into tabletop position. Tops of the feet onto the mat. And on our next breath out, we're going to shift our hips onto our heels. And we're coming into child pose and our relaxed pose for today. So arms, our heels have shifted onto, so our hips have shifted onto our heels. You can gather some distance between your knees to get some space and comfort. And your arms can be however you like. You know, they can be in front of you, pointing towards the top of the mat, maybe behind you, however you feel. Just make sure that you feel relaxed and comfortable. There should be no pressure or force in this posture. And just allow your heart to come to the ground, your forehead to come to the ground, and just appreciate this soothing and connecting asana, this grounding asana. And just have some time with your own thoughts here. You know, maybe you just want to relax your body. Maybe you want to come to or remind yourself of your intention at the beginning of the practice. Maybe you just want to sleep a little bit. I don't know. And whenever you're ready, inhaling, slowly lifting your forehead, your chin, and then your waist and the rest of your body back onto, we're sat onto our heels, on our knees. And then we're going to just come into a sitting position. So we're going to come onto our buttocks, and we're going to stretch our feet in front of us towards the top of our mat, heels toes flexing towards the ceiling. And yeah, you can either keep your feet together, that's the ideal pose, or it's easier to gather some distance. So what we're going to do, we're just going to do some forward bends. I always suggest, getting rid of any weight under the sit bones there, just so that you feel a little bit more balanced and centered in this pose. So we're going to inhale, raising our arms up to the ceiling. And as we exhale, we're going to bend forward, so keeping our back nice and straight at every point. Exhaling, folding forward. So we're just going to bring our palms down, and we're just going to let our palms meet wherever they meet. They might meet, at your shin, knees. You might touch your feet wherever they are. Just don't force it. Just let them be. And the beauty of this one, again, if you do it on a regular basis, you really notice the improvement there. So as we inhale and exhale, see if you can drop a little bit lower, even if it's a millimeter, bringing your nose closer to your thighs or your knees. Just small and gentle movements. This one's a really great pose in strengthening the back, increasing flexibility. Those are its two main benefits. And again, exhaling, seeing if we can get a little bit deeper without any force. Remember, gravity can do its course. Just let your body become heavy and see if you can just stretch a little bit further, feeling that stretch in the back of our legs. Flexing our toes, stretching our legs, engaging, remembering every part of our body is engaged. Good. Inhaling, raising our bodies slowly up, arms up to the ceiling. Exhaling, releasing our arms down. Good. So we're just going to come into our lying down position. So we're going to lie onto our backs. Lying all the way down. Okay, good. And we're going to place our hands, our palms onto the mat. And we're going to inhale, and we're going to lift our left leg up to the ceiling. So inhaling, raising our left leg all the way up, using our core. Now, if you can't just use your core, then yes, you can help support your weight by pushing your palms down onto the mat. We're trying to use your core to lift and support that leg. And the most important thing is keeping that leg straight. So it doesn't matter how high the leg is, you'd rather keep the leg straight there. Okay. And what you can do at this point is wrap your palms around your thigh, interlock your fingers, let your thigh become heavy in your hands, in your palms, and maybe then gently pushing and pulling your thigh a little bit closer to your body. With every exhale, see if you can get a little bit closer. Excellent. Unlocking the fingertips, placing the fingertips back on the mat if they're not already. Inhaling and exhaling, lowering the leg down. Keeping that leg nice and straight, very slowly with control. Using your core, engaging your core as much as you can here, the buttocks muscles, to really slowly release that leg back down to the mat. Good. I'm going to do the same with our right. So inhaling, either using the tops of your hands to help push your leg off the ground, or using your core, inhaling, lifting that right leg up, keeping those toes pointed and flexed, straightening through that leg. Interlocking the fingertips, and letting your thigh become heavy. Good. Unlocking your fingertips. And then with control, releasing that right leg back down to the mat, keeping it nice and straight. And again, engaging that core, maximum benefits. Okay. This time, inhaling, raising our both legs off the ground. Again, if you need to push the palms into the mat to help support you, alternatively try to engage your core, keeping your toes pointed and flexed, both feet off the ground, keeping your toes nice and flexed, legs straight. And on your next breath out, so on your next exhale, slight gentle bend to the knees, hugging them close to your body, bending them so that you're coming into that gas releasing pose, hugging our knees, and just being a little relaxed in this pose, giving yourself a nice hug, self-care. And yeah, if you want a further stretch, you can bring your nose or your chin towards your knees, feeling that stretch in the back of the neck. And placing your palms by your side, and then releasing, just dropping the legs down, the feet down to where they come. Just dropping the feet there, so they should be bent, and bringing our heels as close to our sit bones as possible. We're going to prepare ourselves for the wheel pose. So the wheel pose, we'll do the half bridge, the half wheel. It's probably the most famous one for opening that heart chakra. So if you know how to do the full wheel pose, go ahead and do that variation. Otherwise, you can join me in half bridge. So our palms are going to be beside our body, heels by our sit bones. And as we inhale, again, pressing onto the top of our mat, our hands onto the top of the mat, we're going to bring our pelvis up, raising our pelvis high, hips high, and bringing our chin to our chest. And we're imagining that we've got a big sort of brick or some sort of object we want to keep in between our thighs, a ball or anything. So we're squeezing our thighs inwards, sort of engaging the thighs there. And we can interlock our fingers, meet our fingers, our palms together, interlock them, and see if we can push a little bit higher, our pelvis, our hips, a little bit higher in this pose, squeezing our buttocks. Good. And then exhaling, bring our palms beside us again, exhaling, lowering with control our pelvis to the ground. And then straightening up through our legs, finding some distance between our legs. So we're mat width apart, palms facing towards the ceiling. And we're just going to meet you in Shavasana. So we're going to close our eyes. And we're just going to come back to our breath. So it might help to bring one palm onto our chest, one palm onto our belly, so that we can have awareness of our breath. We can actually physically feel the breath going into our bodies, expanding our body. And every breath out with control, our hands, they collapse gently towards our spine. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. And feeling your body relax and sink into the ground from the top of your head to the toes of your feet. Feeling it become heavy. And any part that was stretched or feels like it was being a little stretched out, just tell that part of your body to relax. And remembering your intention for today. Whenever you're ready, just rolling gently onto your left side and using your right palm to push your weight up and coming back into whatever sitting position you feel comfortable. So if you really don't like to sit cross-legged, come onto your knees because we're going to be here for a little while. Well, for the last 10 minutes. And again, closing your eyes, bringing your palms together, taking a deep breath in and out. So right at the beginning, I was saying that Mother Devaki was saying that inattentive chanting happens on 3 levels: the heart, the body, and the mind. Yeah, you can open your eyes. I'll come a little bit closer. And so we've kind of hopefully done the body with the yoga asanas. Open the heart, working on that heart chakra, bringing in consciousness, throughout the practice to our heart space. And the third is the mind, and obviously that's the most difficult. So I thought we could end with some breath work, some pranayama. So pranayama helps. So they say that, to control the mind, we can help, control our breath. So when we're feeling anxious, our breath becomes short. When we're feeling calm, our breath becomes long and it's easy to flow out. And it also improves the concentration, our concentration on the physical level, not so much on the subtle level. So even just having a better concentration can help our japa. So I thought we could do some pranayama together. And a really effective one that I try to do every day is the alternating nostril breathing, and it's a very common one. I think most of our parents do it anyway. And it always, we use a special mudra for that. So again, we're sitting in a comfortable sitting position. We always use our right palm, and basically we just bend our right index and our middle finger, and we're going to be using our thumb and our ring finger. And our left palm, it can be in whatever meditative mudra you want. Gyan mudra can just be resting nicely on the knee. We're going to find stillness, so in our back. But what I mean by that is just rolling our shoulder blades back, bringing our chin parallel to the mat. And we can just imagine a nice sort of thread from the top of our head to our sit bones that's just pulling our spine straight. And so we're coming back to our mudra here. So we're just going to use our thumb to occlude our right nostril, and when the time comes, we'll be using our ring finger to occlude, to block off the left nostril. And sometimes I have a really abnormally short little finger, so I can't, but sometimes this is a little uncomfortable, so sometimes people rest if you have a long enough. If you're born with a long enough little finger, you can rest your little finger. I can't even demonstrate it because mine is so abnormally small. But yeah, so you can just rest it on the forehead, in between the eyebrows there, in between the eyebrows. But coming back to this breath work, the alternating nostril technique. So this one's really good in balancing the nadis. So there's 2 important nadis, energy channels that we have. So this is a really good one in helping balance any energy blockages that we have on the subtle level, to help them, unblock and the energy to flow along. So we're just going to inhale and block off our right nostril. So using our thumb to block off that right nostril. Closing your eyes for better awareness. Inhaling through the left nostril. We always start and finish on the left nostril. because the left nostril is associated with the moon. So it has the better cooling effects that way, and the right nostril is associated with the energy from the sun. So inhaling, sorry, talking too much. Inhaling, breathing in through that left nostril. Holding the breath, occluding the right nostril with your ring finger. Sorry, occluding the left nostril with your ring finger, and then breathing out through your right nostril. So unblocking that nostril there. Good. And this time, inhaling through your right nostril. Holding, releasing the left nostril, blocking the right nostril, and releasing the breath through the left nostril. Breathing in through the left nostril, blocking that left nostril, breathing out through that right nostril. Breathing in through that right nostril, blocking that right nostril, and breathing out through that left nostril. Breathing in through that left nostril, blocking that left nostril, breathing out through the right nostril. Breathing in through that right nostril, blocking that right nostril, breathing out through the left nostril. Breathing in through the left nostril, blocking the left nostril, and breathing out through that right nostril. Breathing in through the right nostril, blocking that right nostril, breathing out through the left nostril. Breathing in through that left nostril, blocking the left nostril, and breathing out through that right nostril. Breathing in through the right nostril, breathing out through the left nostril, releasing all the breath. Keeping your eyes closed, coming back to your normal breath. And then, just acknowledging that cleansing. This is known as a cleansing technique because it cleanses the mind, but it also cleanses the body too. By acknowledging the cleansing technique that we've just done to help somewhat purify our bodies. And then, that being said, for our final stretch and our final asana, we're going to bring our palms together by our chest. Inhaling, stretching our arms up towards the ceiling. Exhaling, folding forward as much as you can so that our bodies come as close to the ground as possible. This is Sharanagati, so surrendering. Probably the most important asana that we do. And then, just surrendering to the absolute, to Krishna, with a prayer. And just the mood of a humble servant of a servant of a servant. And with said, inhaling, raising your body up to the ground, off the ground. Final stretch. Exhaling, palms together by your chest. And then, that's everything. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for joining us.